Hello. I'm Greg Solomon. Now, folks, I have done 2 videos in which I broke Renetto's balls. I mean, really broke his balls. Kicked his balls, actually. So I thought I was done with 2. I thought that was just about right. 2 videos, ball breaking videos, and they'd be like bookends. Bookends. However, I happened to watch one more Renetto video today. I was looking through his videos. It was earlier today. I was looking through his videos, and I saw one with that Cupcake again. I've reminded you folks of her before. 32 years old. So I saw her on the the screenshot, the thumbnail of the video. I thought, well, I'll see what's going on there. It was from a while back. It's obviously before she kicked him to the curb. I started watching that video with him and Cupcake, and I became disgusted within just a few minutes. Disgusted. Now let me tell you why. I became so disgusted I thought I'm going to have to make a 3rd video in which I break Renetto's balls. So instead of bookends, there's going to be a trifecta of ball breaking videos. Matter of fact, like in the subheaders of the videos, I'll probably edit it and put in like 1 of 1 of Renetto ball breaking video, 2 of the, I think the trifecta, because I just had to make this one. Because I was so disgusted with this video I watched. Now let me tell you why I was disgusted. Now first let me say about Miss Cupcake. Now I've seen her in a few other videos of his. I'm not sure how many are out there, but a few other videos. Just before she kicked him to the curb. And she's a sweet girl. I mean, she really is. She's a sweet girl. It's like one of those girls that's like a free spirit type of girl. She has a little headband she wears with little kitty cat ears on it, and sometimes has sparkly stuff, I don't know, up here, like right below her hairline, or girl stuff, But she just seems like a free spirit type of girl. Very happy. And any time, I think I've seen 2 other videos of her. Seems to have a great personality, great sense of humor, very pretty smile. And when she smiles, her whole face lights up. Seems to be very happy. And what bothered me about this video, so I need to check this video out. Because Cupcake looks sad. He doesn't look happy. Or just the opposite. So I start watching the video. The video is basically an I, me, mine video of Renetto sniveling, whining, and unloading his baggage onto Miss Cupcake. I, me, mine. Matter of fact, Renetto, you should listen to that. It reminds me that's a Beatles song, I, Me, Mine, written by George Harrison. It's on the, if memory serves me correct, and it usually does, it's on the Let It Be album. You should listen to that song 10 times in a row, Mr. Renetto, because you need it. So he's whining and sniveling to Cupcake, this happy girl, pretty face, a big smile that just lights up her whole face, and she smiles quite often. but you can tell she's down in this video. And it's easy to see why, because he's sniveling and unloading this baggage, talking about that every now and then he'll have a couple days where he feels down. He feels down for a couple days. He even goes like he's trying to steady himself. And he even said in the video, he said, I started this video, and then I told Cupcake I'll restart it. Well, no, he said he was talking to Cupcake. This is what it was. He starts talking to Cupcake, and I said, wait a minute. Let me start the video up. I might as well put this on video and broadcast it, of course, into YouTube. He said, I'll put this on video, and then I'll start over again where I was. So she had to listen to that first part of his whining and sniveling twice, which is 2 times too many. Yeah, he's seriously, some of you might have seen that video. If you haven't, it's just, you'll get just as disgusted as me and want to turn it off, because he's sniveling and whining to her that he sometimes gets feeling bummed out for a couple of days. And in this particular video, he even told Miss Cupcake that he had a bad dream the night before. He said, tell him, Cupcake, didn't I? I texted you. I woke up. I had a bad dream. And it bummed me out. And I texted. Did he care what time it was? Was Cupcake sleeping? It doesn't matter. It revolves around him, see? In Renetto's world, everything revolves around him. Now, let me show you something. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to show you a screenshot from that video. Bear in mind, this Miss Cupcake, I don't know her, but I've seen her on the video, and I can just tell she's just a sweet girl. A sweet personality, good sense of humor, perky, pretty, whole face lights up when she smiles. Look at her face here. You don't see a smile there, do you? She's sitting quite, just a little bit. Maybe not quite a foot behind Renetto, but just a little bit. So when I was watching this video of Renetto whining and pissing and moaning and unloading this sniveling baggage onto this sweet young woman, what I could see, I wasn't watching him so much, I could see her expression. And I realized that he was bringing her down. See? She's not happy and smiling there. You see her little headband she's wearing. She's got those, right there. So you got those headband with some sort of I guess it's a girl thing. It's cute, I guess. Those little kitty cat ears or something. But you can tell the expression on her face. And he's whining about this and that. And he doesn't know why. He can't explain it. And just sometimes he just gets feeling bummed out. And I just don't know what to do, Cupcake. It was enough to like I said, it disgusted me. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I would do. Of course, she was going, she didn't know what to do. I mean, he's unloaded his baggage on her and now brought her down, see? Screwed her day up. Made her feel bummed out. I'll tell you what I would have done. If I was there in that room, hypothetical situation, if I was there, let's say Renetto's here and Miss Cupcake is here, let's say I have a chair pulled up over here, and I'm sitting there, just a hypothetical situation. Do any of you out there think for even a second that Greg Solomon would have joined in with Renetto's self-pity party, which he put on video. As I said, he was talking to her about it, having his pity party. He said, well, wait, let me get the video camera going and I'll start over again. I'll start over again and record it and put it out there. That way, many people can join in with Renetto's self-pity party. And of course, she's bummed out, and she doesn't know what to do, how to. So he gets bummed out for a couple days. So you get bummed out for a couple days, Renetto, for crying out loud. I'll tell you what I do, though. Like I said, if I was there, I'll tell you exactly what I would have done. When he's saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm bummed. I don't know what to do." If any of you seen the movie The Godfather, towards the beginning of the movie, he's sitting in a room with real low light, and they're ushering people in one by one. They're asking the Godfather for favors, see if he'll grant them favors. And this one guy is obviously he's telling the Godfather what he needs and this and that. And he's a beta male, like Renetto. And he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do, Godfather. That's what it reminded me of. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what Godfather did? He reached out and he grabbed him by the scruff of his shirt. Well, I'll show you what he did. Here, let me show you. Let me just put my pipe over here. I don't know what I'm going to do, Godfather. I don't know what I'm going to do. You can be a man. The hell's wrong with you? Be a man. Well, that's what I would have done. I don't know what I'm going to do, Cupcake. I don't know, Mr. Solomon. I don't know. You can be a man, Renetto. Be a man. Unload your baggage, whiny, sniveling baggage on this girl. Some big deal. So you feel bummed out for a couple days. Big deal. You know what? Put your big boy tighty whities on, and at your age, I'm sure your balls must have dropped by now. Well, act like you got a pair. Put her first place. See, this is another perfect example. See, he doesn't give a damn if she's getting bummed out. Doesn't care. He's just unloading his baggage on her. Because he gets bummed out sometimes for a couple of days and even had a bad dream. Yeah. Here's the world's tiniest violin playing a little tune just for you, Renetto, because you had a bad dream and a couple of bad days. Jeez. What you should have been concerned with is her. See, if she's first place in your life, you wouldn't put that excess baggage on her. You wouldn't even have to be told not to, because you wouldn't want to bring her down with that stuff. You'd be a man like you have a set of balls and you deal with it for a couple of days. And if you can't, you go to some doctor that deals with that stuff and have him give you some happy pills or whatever they give you. You don't unload that stuff at a sweet young woman like that. Unload your baggage, for crying out loud. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. No, I won't join a pity party, your self-pity party about that, but I'll tell you what I will do. I'm going to sing you a nice little tune, Mr. Renetto. Nice little tune. A ball-breaking tune. I'll forewarn you, it is a little bit of a ball-breaking tune. And for this tune, I'm going to reach into the Wayback Machine. I'm going to grab a tune that I did back in the day, in which I had to break Renetto's balls for some nefarious chicanery that he engaged in, wherein he screwed somebody else over and received an official letter of warning. Well, I'm going to use the same tune, but I'm just going to change the lyrics a little bit. I'm sure you'll recognize the tune when you hear it, Mr. Renetto. Of course, the lyrics will be updated to meet this situation. Okay? And even some of you people that are watching, you might remember this tune with the updated lyrics. Mr. Renetto, you've had a bad day. You say you feel down, 'cause Greg Solomon kicked your balls around. Mr. Renetto, you've had a bad day. Yeah. And I bet after you looked at those ball breaking videos, you pulled the shades down your house and had a bad couple of days. That was one of the times. But you didn't have her to call on. Of course, maybe you did. I haven't been keeping up with you. Maybe you did. But I'm sure you had a bad day when you looked at my ball breaking videos. Well, you know what, Renetto, you got to admit it is a good tune. No, I'm not joining your self-pity party, but you know, I'm just singing you a little ball breaking song. But you got to admit that is pretty good. Matter of fact, Mr. Renetto, if you watch this video like maybe 3 times, listen to that tune about 3 times, I don't know, maybe 4 times, because it's catchy, you know, the words, everything blends in. I guarantee you, you'd be going out riding around your senior citizen tricycle through your neighborhood, and you will spontaneously and even subconsciously notice yourself. You go, whoa, wait a minute. You'll be like humming that tune or whistling it. You know, it's like your bike as you're pedaling, you know, it'd be like a metronome, you know. You're pedaling, and you'd be going, and you go, whoa, shit, what am I doing? That's that Greg Solomon ball breaking tune. Yeah, that's what'll happen. It'll stay in your head. Yeah, I'll be living in your head rent free. Yes, that's right, Mr. Renetto. You know what? That is such a good tune that I think I'll sing it one more time. Now let me tell you what we're going to do different this time, Mr. Renetto. This time, I want you to join in with me, okay? You join in with me and sing a verse. And I don't want you to sing it half-assed. I don't want you to go, had a bad day. You say you're just paying lip service to the words. No, no. I want you to put some feeling into it when you sing it. Sing along with it. Put some feeling into it. Put some verve into it, you know? And especially when you get to that part where Greg Solomon kicked my balls around. I want you to, Renetto, I want you to dig deep for that verve. Dig deep for it. I want you to feel it when you say that. And feel it so much maybe your leg starts to shake a little bit. You know, like the way a dog's leg will shake when you're, some of you have dogs, you ever notice that you scratch their back, they'll be laying beside you, wherever you scratch their back, or they're standing by you and scratch their side, and every now and then, you'll just reach that, you don't even realize it, but you reach that oh so good spot that you're scratching. And that dog's leg, it'll just start like he's trying to scratch himself, or that leg's shaking. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that. I'm sure everybody's out here has seen that. You just got to get that right spot. So when you get to that line, that's what I mean. I want you to dig deep. Dig deeper in that for that verve. Just put that verve in there when you get to, especially to that one line. Yeah. I want to know that leg is shaking, Mr. Renetto. I want that leg shaking, boy. Are you ready? Second verse, same as the first. Mr. Renetto, you've had a bad day. You say you feel down, 'cause Greg Solomon kicked your balls around. Mr. Renetto, you've had a bad day, haven't you? Yes. Poor Renetto. He has a bad day when he watches my ball-breaking videos. But you know what? He brings it on himself. And actually, I think my videos are something he needs to see. Maybe it's a message from the universe. I shouldn't have to instruct Mr. Renetto how to approach the essence of femininity. But apparently somebody does, because he doesn't seem to know what the hell he's doing. So let me show you something in this here. See, instead of unloading all your baggage on this young 32-year-old woman who was in a good mood before you start unloading this baggage on her, instead of unloading it, you just sucked it in. And what you should have done, let me make sure this is up here. I might have to stand up to hold it just right. There we go. What you should have done, instead of whining to her and sniveling that every now and then you have a couple days when you feel down and you might even have a bad dream. No. What you should have done, this is how you approach femininity. See? The feminine essence. But you gotta mean it. You gotta mean it. You should have reached over here and slowly, not in a big hurry, but slowly take that little headband off with those cute little kitten ears on it. And then whatever's holding her hair up, you just undo it slowly. As you're talking to her, and you tell her how much you care about her, and tell her how pretty she is, as her pretty hair drops down to her shoulders. And you tell her you need to be with her. Okay? Then you take her back in a private, and she will more than likely respond to those overtures because you're being nice and complimentary. You go back to a more private room of the house. Now you could go to this room, which appears to be the bedroom, if it wasn't a rat's nest with a rag on the window instead of a curtain or a shade. So you'd have to go somewhere else, see, some other part of the house. And then when you get to that other house, that other part of the house, instead of telling her, okay, Miss Cupcake, now I want you to start using the stuff you learned from that instruction book I gave you. No, you don't do that. What you do, you make her your primary importance. Hey, that's what you do. I want to keep my video decent, of course, but your first and foremost thing you should do, not just that time, but every time, you begin by not requesting that something be done by her. No. You pleasure the woman. Treat her nice, gentle, touch her softly, pleasure her. See? That's what you do. That's your primary importance, first and foremost, every time. And once you have pleasured her, well, then you don't have to ask anything else, because then she becomes very ready and very yielding, if you know what I mean. So you don't have to make any requests because she's ready and very yielding with her womanhood. And you will then very, very soon be savoring and enjoying her womanhood. Right? Had you played your cards right, had you done what's right. But see, you only think of you. Just you. I mean mine. And I'm serious, you need to listen to that song 10 times. Think of it like, you know, when Catholics go to a priest, you know, that Catholic is screwed up And you go to a priest, and you say, oh yeah, I screwed up, I did this or that. And, as Catholics carry beads around with them, and the priest will say, all right, hold those beads real tight and do some Hail Marys, do 10 of them. All right, well, it's the same thing, see. You listen to that song, I Me Mine, you listen to it 10 times, not 6 or 7. You won't be shortchanging me, you'll be shortchanging yourself. That's what I'm prescribing to you. That's what you need to hear. Listen to that song 10 times, right in a row. Let those words sink in real good. Okay, Mr. Renetto? I think it'd be very beneficial to you. They won't get you where you need to be, but you'll at least get pointed in the right direction. Now, one other thing. I have made mention in one of my other videos to any young guys out here. Young guys, 20s. Hell, could even be younger than that. 19, whatever. Excuse me. If you hear that snorting again, my Boston Terrier is over here sound asleep in the chair and he's snoring. So if you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it or not. I just wanted to let you know what that is. Some of you young guys, as I said before, there exists a nice opportunity for you to meet up with what is referred to as a MILF. That's what the young fellows call it nowadays, a MILF. A middle-aged, experienced woman. And the ex, Mrs. Renetto, is now a MILF. She's kicked Renetto to the curb, we know that. And yet, she's still a woman. And as a woman, well, she has needs. Just letting you know. So any of you guys that live up there, but there's something additional than that. Not only would you have a MILF, and I'm not talking about a one-night stand. No, you have a connection with the ex Mrs. Renetto, and you would have a what do they call it nowadays? You be friends with benefits. Okay? Friends with benefits. The young fellows out here listening to me, that's what I'm talking about. Friends with benefits, with a mature, experienced woman who has needs. Huh? However, there's a second part of that. Any young man that would have the motivation and the gumption to make the ex Mrs. Renetto's acquaintance. And by doing that, I mean, you could just find out where she's lived. You can walk by her house. If you see her paper outside, on the end of the driveway, you just go up and whatever your name is, whatever young fellow, let's say your name is Todd. You just go up, you knock on the door, and she'd open the door. You go, hi. Let's say you're 19. Let's say 19 years old. Hi, I'm Todd. I live down the street. I saw your paper out here. I thought I'd just bring it up to you. And she said, oh my gosh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, ma'am. You do that a couple times, 3 times. And then she lives up north, one of the northern states. It's November now. Snow will be falling up there. You notice her driveway and getting some snow in it. You go up there with your snow shovel. You don't even have to knock on the door and ask. You just start. So you start shoveling it, Todd. You know what I'm saying? You just start shoveling it. And then she comes to the door. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Well, ma'am, I just know that you don't have a man in the house. And so I'm a young guy, a lot of wind, a lot of energy, so I just shovel your driveway. Well, how much do I owe you, Todd? Oh, you don't owe me a thing. It's my pleasure. And then what you do, like we'll say after that, we bring her paper up to her door again, but that time, the next time you bring the paper up to the door, you have a bouquet of flowers in your hand. See? You knock on the door. You say, oh, here's your paper. It was right out here. I thought I'd just walk it up to you. Oh, and I got these flowers for you, ma'am. A 19-year-old wouldn't be smoking a pipe, so I might. But I got these flowers for you, ma'am, because I know girls like flowers. And she'd go, oh my, that's sweet. Oh, so sweet, because girls like flowers. And then she'd also realize the overtures you're making, see? That you're ready to take the friendship to the next level. And at that point, she would probably say, well, Todd, why don't you come inside for a little bit? I'll give you a glass of tea or something. And you go inside, and one thing leads to another. And before you know it, you have an ongoing connection with and friendship with benefits with a MILF. But here's the thing also. You also have an opportunity, even if you've never made a video before, you have an opportunity to make probably a 1-minute video, which would be the ultimate ball-breaking video of Renetto. I mean, really a hard kick in the crotch, hard kick in the balls. Even if you've never used a video camera before, even if you don't even own one, you young fellas handy with your cell phones. You carry them everywhere you go, so it doesn't make any difference. You can use your cell phone. And what you do, you tell the ex-Mrs. Renetto what you're going to do, and you're going to make a video and whatever, and because you want to brag about her, because she's, you're now friends with benefits with a MILF. And Lord knows she suffered through numerous and sundry of Mr. Renetto's videos, so she probably say, yeah, okay, that's fine. This is important. I'll just call you Todd, okay? See, I'm speaking to Todd. Just generically, any young guy out there. This is very important. Before you set your phone up to make that video, you tell Mrs. Renetto, say, ma'am, could you please put on a top that shows some cleavage? Remember that word, Todd, cleavage. She'll know what you mean. And she say, she'll have a V-neck sweater or something on those. And then you have her sit down beside you on the couch, like this. Like you're over like this, and she's sitting right there, so she's in view. And she maybe got her arm around her or whatever, or her arm around you. And Mr. Renetto will see that video, because he sees all my videos. He turns it on, he'll see you, because we'll attach it to my trilogy of ball-breaking videos, the Trifecta. Remember, I said it'd be a capstone. So you'll see it. Even if it's your first video, it doesn't make any difference. And you just start your video. And you don't have to say much. There's not much to it, really. It'd be like the ultimate Renetto ball-breaking video. You start your radio. You go, hello, everyone. I'm Todd Simmons. Well, folks, I'm making this video. This is my first video. I'm 19 years old because I'm so happy and proud. I'm friends and benefits with this older woman, and she's a MILF. I've never been with a MILF before, and we're friends with benefits. And she lets me, what's that? You let me? What? She lets me savor and enjoy her womanhood. And she told me when we're done with this video that I can save her and enjoy her womanhood again. Isn't that right, Mrs. Renetto? And she'd say, oh yeah, Todd. Yeah, as much as you want, sweetie. Yeah, that's what she'd say. When you go like this, see? Switch my chair back. And I'll show you how to end this. And you say, well, okay, I just wanted you folks to know that. So until next time, this is Todd Simmons saying take care. Okay, Mrs. Renetto, can we go down the hall now? And she said, oh yes, Todd. Mrs. Renetto, I'll race you to the bedroom. And you know what you can do, Todd, is you just go out of camera range a little bit and see you come around to the back of the camera, shoot your hand around after you're out of camera range and turn it off. But it's important to leave that last little bit in where Renetto sees you taking the ex-Mrs. Renetto down the hall, where you will be savoring and enjoying her womanhood. But he needs to see that. Are you going down the hall? Okay. That would be like the coup de grace of the video. So you can't leave that out. So anyways, I just wanted to put that in there too, because I know I piqued some young guy's interest out here, telling them there's a MILF who's on her own and has needs. Winter's coming on, you know, he needs a walk shoveled in the driveway, and 19, 20-year-old guy, 25, whatever, no problem whatsoever for you to shovel a driveway. It'll be nothing for you. Just treat her nice, treat her kind, treat her good, and you will have an ongoing friends with benefits relationship with a MILF. Okay, folks, until next time, this is Greg Solomon saying take care.